Hey guys, it's Caveman Mining. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone has been well and is having a good day. It has been quite some time that I've posted a video, and well, long story short, I'm just glad to be back.
Because I'm back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, man.
And while we have been gone, clearly a whole bunch of things have happened in the crypto space. A bunch of things have happened in my life personally with a new career. My kid is growing up now. My wife has changed career. It's really been some personal reorganization within life and trying to prioritize and get things on track. Now, there are days that, as you guys we follow the crypto trends where, yeah, maybe it's not so profitable. Things look a little bit bleak. Things have also changed from the perspective of cost as well. I am on municipal town light and electric. Generally, my rates were pretty low. Now, the cost of everything has gone up. Cost of living, inflation, materials, yada, yada, yada. Gas, all of that stuff. My electric rate has actually gone up from 12 cents a kilowatt hour up to around 17 cents or so. I still get the 10% discount rate. So if I pay my bill early within the cycle, I get about what I would say about a cent off. So it comes to about 15 or 16 cents, give or take, consumption, which still not too bad, but there are days based off of where we are where, I mean, I just sort of scratched my head. Should I have these machines on? Should I not? That type of deal. And I do firmly believe, this is my humble opinion, that at least for myself, it makes sense that I am in that sweet spot where electricity isn't outrageous, but it's not the best. So I will continue to mine, and I will continue to mine at a loss in some circumstance in the hopes that, you know, the price of the coins will rise up. Right now, my strategy is simply focusing on yield. Yield, yield, yield. You know, if you're doing this from a perspective of mining every day and you're profitable and you're selling it, you know, that's one thing. But that's not what I've been doing. That's not sort of the mentality that I have. I am a long-term believer in crypto, so I won't quite get into what I am mining right now. Maybe we'll get to at the end of the video, but just know that the methodology that I now have is to get a bag. The premise of really what I want to cover at this juncture is organization in this garage. Now it is springtime, we're going into summer, it's going to get hot. We have more hash rate being added to the farm, more cards. So a few things in the works, but the first thing is to organize. I do have this new, it's not really new. I mentioned this in one of my short videos, that this is a rig that came back to me that I built on one of those Amazon shoe racks. One right there, probably going in the trash in a bit. But that was one of my first builds. I actually ended up building it for a friend. He stopped mining just like everyone else. He didn't really know how to maintain his cards. Everything was dirty. So he ended up giving me all the cards, which is the 6 cards that you see here. And the deal with that is that I'm not going to pay him for it, but I am going to mine. And when I become profitable, I will buy him out for the cards. So I thought that was sort of a good trade-off. Yes, it's going to take a little bit to get there. He's not in a rush to get the money for the cards or the rigs. But in the same breath, what I told him, I will also upgrade this myself. I've added a new frame. I've added a new motherboard. Going to recable this whole thing. So I do think it'll be worth it in the long run. And so, a little bit embarrassing at a glance here, it's just a really bad mess in the garage. I've got to get situated, I've got to get all these boxes cleaned up, cables, all the GPUs. I've got to figure out, once I get this rig up and running, that we will stack it up here on the workbench, get all of the items in the workbench cleaned up, organized, and then just simply everything else, mining or not mining related, in the garage to get sort of situated here for the summertime. So what we plan to do with this to build it up is to consolidate. I do have a mini test bench there with 3 cards, a 5700 XT, 6600 Super, and a 2060 RTX. And essentially, I plan to take those cards, put 2 of them on here. I'm not sure how I want to organize brand or model yet, and then potentially add one to the hanging rack rig there. So I will alleviate the power from the test bench, one less thing running in the garage, have everything sort of running from the one motherboard and the power supplies here, and then stack up the rig there. So that's step 1, what I would call it. Step 2, as you guys can hear the box fan blowing at us, I'm going to move out of the way here, is cooling. Now, I need to figure something out here because as of right now, it's not too hot outside. It's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Sitting in the garage, I'm going to extend my arm over, see if we can see. Sitting at about 83 Fahrenheit. So on a day like today, not so bad. But as we approach the hot days, just I can see this not working out. So the ideas I have to get us a cooler spot for the summertime is we do have a space next to the workbench here, and I'm going to walk over to it. And it's about 48 inches across, about 70 inches or so, 75, 80 inches up, and I believe 42 inches back. So the idea really is to alleviate all of the hardware, take it all off of the workbench, condense it in this space off to the side here, and get it into a grow tent. And then I plan to figure out a system, a way through inline fans or some type of piping to connect up to what I would call this sort of drop down for the level in the garage. And we'll follow it here all the way across. We've got a window that goes out the back there. So the plan is to create some type of system where I can get, fresh air and then have a vent exhaust out of this window and sort of make it secure and safe. Quick little upgrade is, while we were gone, we installed an additional 30 amp circuit here with the all of the connectors for the L630R to essentially support more power and more rigs. As we said, we were going to expand, and I told you that, and we are. So I'm going to give a quick fast forward here at the end. When we snap our fingers, I'm going to have this whole garage cleaned up. Everything's going to be as well as can be organized, and we'll see what it looks like at the end of the video. And then we'll jump into Hive OS, and I'll actually show you guys what we're mining. So bear with us in just a second. See you nice and clean. 1, 2. All right, look at that, guys. Nice and clean in the garage. No more clutter, no more mess. In terms of the mining rigs and setup, we've got the new rig stacked up top there, all situated, mounted on our original rig. Got the shelves sort of neat and cleaned up, PDU all neat, clean, plugged up, and still actually waiting for our other PDU to come in. Got the workbench cleaned up, and eventually we're gonna have this space cleaned out and a nice grow tent in that area. But for now, guys, I am quite pleased. My anxiety level is definitely gone down. I feel better, and rigs are clearly more clean and safe and hashing away, so that is what matters. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out what we're mining. We're going to jump up in the computer, and we're going to get into Hive OS, and we'll see if anyone can take a guess what we're mining here, see if you're right.
All right, guys, so we are now back in the computer in Hive OS, and I just wanted to share with you quickly what I am mining right now at a high level. As you can see, we have our Caveman Garage running 27 GPUs, and we've got 3 of the 4 rigs online, all mining NEXA, and we are pulling about just over 1.4 gigahash. And just quickly going over the rigs, we have this King Wing 1, which is it is an Nvidia rig. We are running Regal Miner on that, and this rig is doing quite well, running about 495 mega hash and pulling about 1100 watts. We go back, we'll look at the second rig, which is the Raven Coin rig rather, running BZ Miner, and we're getting about 323 mega hash at just over 1,000 watts. So quite nice on that. And this is the latest rig that we built. It is the one that we showed in the garage, stacked on top with the King Wing frame. This is a really powerful rig, pulling 591 mega hash and just sitting over 1,500 watts. So really happy with this performance. We are getting just over 3,600 watts on that. And we'll take a look at the pool real quick here. We're just going to look at the pool, see what our earnings are. I'm pretty transparent. Here's my wallet address, guys. Nothing to hide. Been mining this coin for quite some time, and just sort of taking a capture on the yields. Running 1.62 gigahash because we have our 3090 up here in the desktop, also running NEXA, as well as a 2070 in another rig. So based on that, we're pulling an estimated about 570,000 NEXA per day, which you put a dollar value of $9.78. And when you look at this over, I would say profitability, technically I would say I'm still mining at a loss, because my electric rate is about 16 cents per kilowatt hour. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you're mining to sell every day, sort of not worth it, but I'm in it for the long term. And I'm really just experimenting to see about yields. Yes, I don't recommend this strategy for everyone. I would recommend it for those who can confidently ensure that they can pay their electric bill every month to cover those costs, which I'm lucky to be able to do that. So we will keep going on this. The network hash rate has sort of been bouncing around. You've got different networks out there. Kaspa was hot for a while. Now Ironfish is pretty hot. So we've sucked a little hash rate off of NEXA. So we'll continue to see how those networks do, affecting the yields of NEXA, and go from there. I really also want to try at some point to do some solo mining. So let me know in the comments, guys, below what you are mining. Is anyone out there mining NEXA? If you are, what are your yields? Are you solo mining? Are you pool mining? I'd be interested to know that. But for now, we're going to end the video here. I do want to thank you guys for watching and supporting me. And I'm glad to be back. So I appreciate all the well wishes and the support now that I'm back. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And we will see you on the next video. Take care.